Hey guys, Matt from UltimateCydiaSource. Yeah, holy cow, I've got a creepy lady picture on my face where her face is like, ah! Yeah, whoo, man, AT&T gives some creepy press picture. I don't even think that's AT&T. Whatever. Okay, so I just want to start by saying, yes, like the title implies, this is my thoughts on my thoughts on what's happened over the past couple, or the past like 2 weeks, I want to say. Yeah, 2 weeks. I've been sick, as you can tell. I'm very stuffy right now, so I apologize about that. But you guys have probably seen a ton of these from Soldier Knows Best, John for Lakers, Ty Moss, maybe. I don't know. A lot of other YouTubers probably have done this. Their thoughts of CES, or were at CES. I wasn't. I was unfortunate enough to. I know my buddy Blue the Flu was there for like a day or two. He was lucky enough to go. I wasn't able to make it out. So, anyways, maybe next year, hopefully. Okay, anyways, long story short, we're getting to tech coverage and my thoughts of the past 2 weeks of technology evolution. Yeah. Okay, so let's just start off with AT&T. AT&T announced 4G LTE network. Yeah, I read that straight off Gizmodo. It's true. No, but they weren't the first one to announce that. Okay, anyways, you can see 7.2 megabytes of download speed for AT&T mobile phones. Oh, epic fail. AT&T mobile phones, not the iPhone 4, unfortunately. Because the iPhone 4 is not 4G compatible yet. Okay, so you know that means to keep up with the Android phones, iPhone 5 will pretty much be guaranteed with LTE. That's, whew, wow. Now think about it. That's great news. I mean, heck, that'd be such great news. The problem is I'm not eligible yet because I just bought my iPhone 4. So, I won't be able to get that yet. Well, that sucks. Okay, moving on then. Okay, so you can see that with AT&T's 7.2 megabytes of download, we're going to be seeing some blazing fast internet. Like, that's faster than some people's house internet, for God's sake. Like, you could be still on dial-up. And if you're on dial-up watching this, especially if you're watching this in 720p, God, I feel sorry for you. I'll cry for you, for God's sake. That is sad. I mean, we're in 2011 and you're on dial-up? Now, I personally don't know anyone on dial-up, but dial-up's still possible. So, you never know. Even faster than some cable, though, I'm saying, or fiber optics. 7.2 megabytes is mind-boggling quick, if you think about it. I mean, if you don't know what yours is, go to speedtest.net, then find out what it is, and come back here and comment on it. Let me know. So, give me your thoughts, too, on that. I'm kind of hoping that this puts AT&T in a rush to build more towers to support this, because God knows AT&T sucks so much, especially in Southern California. AT&T sucks coverage. We get the bipolar iPhone 4s. 1 minute they have 5 bars, then your friend texts you saying, want to hang out, you go reply, and then you get no service. Yeah, we get the bipolar iPhone 4s here. Whatever. Dealing past our bipolar iPhone 4s, we'll move on to some other news about that, I guess the iPhone 4. Yeah. You can see, based on Apple's website, the iPhone 4 is heading to Verizon, which means we need some music, which I can only play a few seconds of, copyrights, but don't worry. Hold on, let's see. Yeah, that was about 4 seconds of clip, too, in case YouTube people are watching this. I just checked. That's 4 seconds of music within the 5-second time. Okay, anyways, no, I know Verizon's not good in all parts of the country. In all parts of the country. Yes, you can tell this video is pretty much unedited, except for my box getting moved down to one of the corners somewhere. But you know what I mean. All parts of the country don't have Verizon coverage. I know that. Mr. Aegis Tech said that Rhode Island, AT&T rules there. No other comparison. Yeah, I get that. But you don't understand. For at least where I live in Southern California, AT&T sucks so much. Like, Verizon is going to whoop AT&T here, guys. And the great thing about this, this is great. I'm stuck with the AT&T for the next 2 years. Well, 2 years since the iPhone 4 launch, but whatever. You get the idea. This sucks. They couldn't have done this when the iPhone 4 came out. I mean, come on. You know how quickly I would have been the guy who's jumping the boat and just let the boat explode behind me. Yeah, I would have jumped like Tom Cruise in like some Mission Impossible movie. I would have been like Mission Impossible 4. Yeah. Come on. But, I mean, needless to say, the good thing about this for us AT&T customers that can't jump it yet, this does mean that AT&T should offer some competitive offers to compete with the iPhone 4. Because before, they were sole carrier. They could do whatever the heck they wanted. But now, oh God, now they got to compete. Which means now we could be seeing some really cheap data plans, really cheap data texting, or not data texting, just texting, really cheap calling. Heck, I mean, we might see better coverage as a result of trying to compete. But who knows? What do you think of Verizon? Is Verizon good where you are? Is AT&T king where you are? Let's face it, no offense to any of you guys who own it, but T-Mobile sucks overall. Sprint's hit or miss. They're lucky they got the Evo 4G. But really, what are your thoughts on this? The iPhone 4, Verizon, good, bad thing? I personally, for where I live, I say this is a great thing, and hallelujah for them to doing it. You can see it did get, a slight redesign. They moved the antenna band. Yeah, no longer up here. It's like it got split into two and put on the sides. So now you got 4 antennas. Oh yeah, you got no more SIM card because obviously this is not a worldwide LTE phone, so there's no SIM card. Yeah, it's not LTE either on Verizon. But heck, 2 carriers gonna have LTE in the U.S. You know, heck, Apple's gonna put LTE in our next phone. God dang it, whether they like it or not. So, is this a good thing? Of course, it's a good thing. Now, after the pause, there's gonna be a split second of black, but you'll see Verizon news afterwards. So 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. Yeah, okay, now it's cool. I had, like I said, I don't know if I told you guys again. I was sick. I'm sick right now, so I had to get a drink of water. Let's move on to Verizon news. Verizon CES announced the Motorola. Well, okay, Motorola did, and Verizon, but the Motorola Zoom. That's X0 or XOOM. But for us jailbreak this, let's just go with X00 and then an upside down W. We just call it an upside down W because, quite honestly, it'll just look a lot cooler than the M. Okay, yeah. Look at that thing. Gorgeous. You can see it's pretty much doesn't actually have a home button. You can see that's all virtual. Oh, yeah. You're looking at that and you haven't seen let's say you haven't actually seen a video because you've been living underneath a rock or in a tunnel or you're on dial-up. Yeah, let's say any of those things. You'll notice that's new. Oh, heck yeah. But you notice the icons look a little similar? Yeah, that's Android 3.0 Honeycomb, a specially designed OS for the tablet computer. That's right, Android did it. And you know what? I'm going to give them props for that one. I might be an iOS person. I own an iPhone. I'm not going to lie. I own a bunch of iOS devices. Don't own a single Android device yet. But I give Google, the Android division, major props on that one, guys. That is... I don't see why Apple couldn't have done that earlier. Cross between Mac OS X and... iOS, kind of like what we're seeing with Lion, but like a Lion Mobile. Because honestly, don't get me wrong, I've used the iPad. I'm buying an iPad. I've saved up the money. I'm pretty much guaranteeing myself an iPad unless something changes. But for God's sake, why would you take the same experience on the 3.0-inch iPhone, make it slightly bigger, and then just have people enhance the apps? Why not add something more? In fact, they deducted stuff like weather, the clock app, the compass app. For God's sake. Why are you taking away stuff that some people actually use? Don't get me wrong, not everyone uses stocks or clocks, but some of us do. I use stocks. I like to know where Apple's at. I like to know where stocks I've invested in are at. Weather, I use weather all the time. I mean, not to say I can't download a weather app from the App Store, but I like the weather that comes on the iPhone. Where's compass? What if I'm lost in the desert with my iPad? Come on, Apple, think of this. But see, Google had the common sense to build something specially for their tablet computer. That just makes sense to me. Build something that's a different experience. If I'm going to buy an iPad, I want a different experience than what I get on my iPhone. Because if not, why would I do such a thing as buy an iPad when I already spent, I don't know, maybe $200-300 on my iPhone? Now, if you want to see that bigger timeline, there, you can see that's like multitasking and some of the things. In my opinion, Android 3.0 looks like one of the coolest things I think we've seen in a long time. I think it's necessary for Android to keep moving. And does this mean that Android could overtake iOS in the tabloid market? Really, no. Because why? You have people that Steve Jobs can hold up anything. Steve Jobs could hold up a pen. Steve Jobs could hold up this pencil and be like, this is iPencil. And for God's sake, people would buy these things like crazy. Steve Jobs touches anything and turns into gold. So, is this enough single-handedly to pass iOS in sales for tablet computers. Personally, I think no, we're not going to see the tablet overturned by Android. Do I think that this is a major turn in Android tablets, meaning that we're going to see some really good Android tablets? I think this is definitely, would I consider buying an Android tablet? And if I, heck, no, well, people have, but I haven't played with one of these things yet. But I've played with, like, the Samsung Galaxy tablets. I can tell you, they're a great experience, but they're not where they should be. Does this look like where it should be? Yes, this looks absolutely where I want the tablet experience to be. Does this look like a future? Heck yeah, that looks like that could be in Tron. So do I think that this is really the future of Android tablets? Oh, sorry, switch tab there. But yeah, I do think this is the future of Android tablets. I think that what we're seeing Motorola do is a great step. Motorola and Android, well, Android department of Google, HTC and Samsung, you can tell that they're all great manufacturers. They have a great cooperation. So do I think this is the beginning of a great tablet experience? Oh, heck yeah, I do. This is a great thing for the market. Well, guys, I just want to say that's pretty much the end of my video. That's the end of my weekly wrap-up, or 2 weeks past wrap-up, whatever, on my thoughts of the technology. I personally think that 2011 has been kicked off to a great year of technology. Compared to 2010, I feel like we've seen more evolution in the past 2 weeks than we saw in months of 2010, towards some of the end months. I mean, don't get me wrong, the iPad came out in 2010, so the iPhone 4, but towards the end of the year, God, we got boring towards the end of the year. So is it a great thing? Yeah, I think so. But you can tell this was a different style video than I'm used to. It was more commentary instead of me just reading off some website so that you don't have to read it. Yeah. But I want you guys to leave a description or a comment in the comment box below. Yeah, okay. I want to say description box, but comment box below. Let me know what you think of it. All these links are in the description, so you can go check out all these sites that I just showed you. But I want you guys to tell me what you think of either Honeycomb or the Motorola Zoom or AT&T and 4G network, AT&T losing exclusivity on the iPhone, or tech. What did you think of anything, I guess? So, yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Rate, comment, subscribe. See you guys.